Welcome back to Practicing the Pause. We're moving into the last lesson, and it's all about eating. Let's dive right in. So, E is for eat because often we overeat during the holidays simply because we are starving ourselves all day long and hoarding calories so we can get away with eating a huge meal. I get it. I've done it so many years in a row. I know there's going to be a ton of food. I know you want to eat every piece of food there is. I know you want to try a bite of each type of food there is. I know it's all going to taste good. I know it's exciting. And you can. Nobody's going to stop you. The limitations are in our mind. And so we don't have to try and figure out how many calories we're going to eat. We don't have to try and figure out what we can have and what we can't have. All we have to do is trust that the body will tell us when it's hungry. It'll tell us when it's full. And we just want to get better at tuning into that. Not cutting any of these foods out, not making them off limits in our mind so we don't react to that belief, and just enjoy the holiday. It does come once a year. It doesn't make it your last chance to eat these foods, but it is once a year, and you should definitely let yourself enjoy it. So what's going on? Well, the diet mentality is one that pops up around, rules and regulations with food. And it's easy to fall into this trap, to assume that you can hoard calories and get away with overeating for Thanksgiving. And it's not that you can't, you can get away with anything you want to. It's that you don't have to get away with anything. You're the adult. You get to choose what you want. So if you want to overeat Thanksgiving, go overeat Thanksgiving. But if you don't want to overeat at Thanksgiving, consider the reasons that you do overeat at Thanksgiving are your perspective, that you see food as off limits instead of abundant, that you're eating quickly and not savoring your food, that you're reacting to other people's opinions, or that you're getting super hungry. And that can be a problem in itself because when we have extreme hunger, we usually act in extreme ways, right? Extreme hunger means I'm going to go eat a lot of food quickly. At least for me, that's what it would mean. I'd scarf all the food down really quickly. So the way I like to treat the holidays is I consider them like any other day of the week, right? Not that they aren't special, they are, but I just have my breakfast, I have my lunch, I have dinner, and I get dessert. That's it. I don't go back for seconds and thirds unless I need to for hunger. And I know that I could just have those foods again tomorrow. I could take leftovers. I can eat it for the next 2 weeks straight if I want to. All the same food from Thanksgiving if I want to, and they last that long. And I can eat those and just listen to my body, even though they're Thanksgiving meals and pie. I'm not going to overeat them all, right? And so, I just recommend don't hoard calories. Don't starve yourself all day to get away with eating a ton of food. Instead, just consider eating for hunger when you wake up in the morning, whenever that is. And then let's say you're like my family who does Thanksgiving at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then you're going to have a lunch that's Thanksgiving. And you just make a plate of food and you have that plate of food and you just enjoy it and savor every bite. And then you just have a little piece of dessert afterwards. And then in 5 or 6 hours when you get hungry again, which you will, guess what? You can just go get leftovers. You get to have more of Thanksgiving foods. And you can have more dessert too. Versus standing in the kitchen, starving because you haven't eaten all day, scarfing food down, okay, cheese and crackers, give me some grapes, I want this artichoke spinach dip. Oh, it's time for the meal? Okay, let's sit down and eat, right? I'm already stuffed. I've already eaten all the appetizers. Now I'm stuffed, but now I really want this food too because I've been looking forward to it all year long and it feels like my only chance to eat it. And so then I go and eat that when I'm already stuffed. And that's what's happening is we're reacting to the fear that we're not going to get this food again, that this is our last chance because tomorrow we have to be healthy and go on a diet again to lose the weight from eating at Thanksgiving. But if we don't see it that way, if we see it as food is abundant, it's not going anywhere, I'm not bad for eating this, I can totally enjoy any of these foods I want to, and I'm just going to listen to my body, the experience can be a lot different. All right, so skipping meals and getting super hungry is one of the biggest problems, and I know I've already said that. So just consider that when you get really hungry, you're going to react to extreme hunger by wanting to eat a lot of food. It's literally where the saying, my eyes are bigger than my stomach's coming from, right? You're so hungry, your stomach feels this big. It's about this big, but it feels this big, and so you feel like you need this much food to feel better and to feel full, but you don't. You need like this much food to feel better and full. And so it kind of plays tricks on us. And so the goal is to not get that hungry if possible. And the way to do that is to not assume that you want to hoard calories to get away with food at the end of the day on Thanksgiving. Or any holiday. It doesn't have to be Thanksgiving if you're not in the States. And then there's the other reason, right? So you're getting really, really hungry. And then the other reason is all that chatter going on up here right? If you're telling yourself that you aren't allowed to eat something or enjoy food or that it's off limits or anything like that, we're going to react to that. We're going to rebel against it because guess what? We love these foods. We want to eat them. We want to enjoy them just like everybody else is getting to enjoy them. And so we're going to let ourselves do that probably, but we're just going to go to this extreme of overeating them simply in reaction to the limitations we've created around food. All right, congratulations. You have just completed the 5-step pause process. To finish the eating guide right now that we're on, let's answer this question, if you wish. What would happen if you ate when hungry and stopped when full while allowing any food you wanted to, without any guilt attached to it? How would life this holiday season feel differently? You might not have an answer to that, and that's totally fine. I don't think I would have either, back when I was emotional eating a lot. But just reflect on it, consider it, and maybe give it a try this year. I mean, it is 2020. You might as well give something else a try, right? Like, change it up. Everything else is different this year, so why don't we try this too? It can't hurt if you've tried to diet and count calories and do all these other things for years and years and years, and you're still worried about how you'll handle Thanksgiving, or you're still overeating. Consider that whatever you're doing isn't working, and that maybe this is a new way for you. And I'm living proof it worked. Doesn't mean that it will work for everybody, although I truly think it will. I truly think it will, but I get that everybody has their own things going on, and maybe this doesn't resonate with everybody, but this is the way I see it. And I truly believe that everybody has this innate wisdom inside of them, and that we just need to tap back into it. I do have a recap video for everything, so stay tuned, and I will see you there.